Now I'm uncomfortable.
I know. Now you feel like you have to silence
The
yourself.
pressure's on.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to
Suddenly
start
I
them.
didn't have to fart. Now I do, since you started that. So it's nervous flatulence.
Nervous flatulence. That's the name of this episode of
Nervous
Peeves and Qs.
flatulence.
Hello and welcome.
We don't even discuss it.
We don't.
Nope.
But it'll be fine. I'm Mr. Red, your host, and with me is... Oh, the clever girl. I forgot
you forgot who I was.
No, I forgot that I do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
Jody. Are we doing the thing? I don't remember. Okay, Jody and Tyler.
Chaotic.
Or Chaotic Kaiser. Do you still do that?
I can still do that.
Okay,
I
Chaotic
figured
Kaiser.
We're going to have that as like a handle.
Who's also Tyler, I think. I'm Alex. I think.
I mean, we're not...
Who are you?
I'm
Who
Alex.
are
Check that
we?
later.
This is the best intro we've ever done.
Real solid.
Yeah, so what we do here at Peeves and Qs is we ask each other questions and talk about what's annoying us each and every week. That's when I usually introduce people, but things are weird because...
It's because of the nervous flatulence.
Because of the nervous flatulence.
Oh, that's in this.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll, I guess we'll go to our first segment. How are you guys?
Great. Chaotic Kaiser. It's seriously been, what, 3
Yeah.
years since I've seen you?
It's been a while.
It's been a hot second.
I'm
yeah.
sure it's been like at least 3, maybe 4.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been around.
Uh-huh.
I've also been around.
Around the streets,
Mhm.
I've been...
What? Did you go for Yoda?
Every once in a while, I get a Kaiser update, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that guy.
That dude's still breathing?
Right?
Fantastic.
I get a Dupie update every once in a while, too, so
Yeah.
those are always fun.
I like giving him the updates as well, Mr. Red.
Yeah. Here's what I'm up to.
Nobody asked you.
No, I'm not
Well,
saying...
here's what I'm doing, guys.
I'm not saying here's what I'm doing. I'm just saying that's what you say to him. The last time you were on this show before, do you remember? You showed up halfway through an episode.
So
Oh,
we
yeah,
decided
long time ago.
that you could get a full episode this
Oh, yeah.
time.
Right, yeah, we thought,
I've been blessed.
the results came in, people like you, so we decided to bring you back in for a part 2.
Oh, I'm going to have to read those later.
Yeah, well. Hello, everybody.
So that's how we are.
That's how we are. Well, I mean, we've been good. I've been good. How have you
I've
been?
I've been okay.
Yeah, you've been okay. How have you been?
I've been well.
Good.
Recently dropped 140 pounds.
Yeah, you...
Such a good joke, but awesome. At
I
the
love
same
that
time.
joke.
How many times have you said it?
Oh my god.
Like, how
too many
many-
to count.
Too many to count.
Over 140. So I think that's why the number is so fresh in my mind. But yeah, I've said that to every single family member, friend, living thing.
Pet
I
rocks.
said to the tree before I came
Yeah.
in.
The tree.
Yes, and the reef.
And the
right
reef.
The wreath.
Wreath.
there. Reef.
Not the reef. The coral
The
reef.
Caribbean reef.
Welcome
I
to
don't even know
Earth.
that's a thing.
It was
Welcome to
episode...
Nervous Flatulence.
It was episode 5 that you were on last time.
Was it 5?
Yeah, episode
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, so you broke up with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
A weight has been lifted.
Mm-hmm. Metaphorically, spiritually, and literally.
Do you want to give
Yes.
our listeners any advice on breakups? Like, have you learned anything, have you learned anything?
So that was a 6-year relationship. I learned that once you get out of a long relationship, you become very, very picky.
Mm.
Which you should.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's probably some great girls that I've let down already, and really it's just like a small nitpick that I have. So
Do you
Just-
think it's, traits maybe of said person that
Yeah.
just get poked in you and you're like, oh, no, and it raises a red flag in you and you're like, no, I don't want to be around that.
Yeah, I get those red flags sometimes where I'm like, oh, my ex used to do this.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea if I should be with this girl.
So
I mean, it could be.
So you're just
something
getting wiser.
small. I guess, I suppose so.
You're a wiser Kaiser.
Yeah, wiser, there we go. Wiser Kaiser.
Whoa. Whoa, dude, whoa. Okay.
No, but really, any other advice?
Always be vigilant.
Constant vigilance.
Just honestly, if you think something's up,
It's
talk
up.
to the
Yeah.
talk to the person. If it seems sketchy still, I'd be on full alert.
Yeah. And as the audience knows, I've dated many, many women, and that's something that I can speak to as well. Just honesty is the correct.
Yes, the copious amounts of women before me.
Yeah.
2, right? Not
2,
even.
2, and one of them lasted a single day. The other one lasted a whole week. So
I have a funny story about a single day one.
please tell me. I want to know.
So, I started dating this girl that we were just friends.
Not possible. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
Stop it.
So we were just friends. Decided to date. I didn't even really know what dating was at the time. This was my freshman year in high school.
Ooh.
And it was one of my first relationships. And one of my friends said, hey, this one girl likes you. Within the hour that I asked that girl out, I broke up with her to go. It was so horrible.
Oh.
It really was. Like, I mean, like, we still talk and she constantly brings it up. And I'm like, I feel like this relationship is, like, this friendship hurts me because you keep bringing it up. But I mean, she laughs at it now.
So you're still friends with her?
Yeah, I'm still friends with her. We still talk on the daily. Like, not daily.
On the reg?
Yeah.
On the rag?
On the reg.
On the rag. Stop it. What are you doing over there? Get out of here.
No, I want to know I want our audience to know your worst breakup stories.
I don't have so the first person that I dated was literally just, we had like a math class together, and she was just like, we should go. I don't even remember how it started. It was just like, we were friends, we hung out, and then we're just like, I think I asked, like, do you want to go see a movie with me? We saw Bolt. John Travolta
and Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus's Bolt. Cinema masterpiece, I gotta say.
Seriously?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've never seen it.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Is it?
But
I think it's terrible.
Oh, well, I mean, discussion for a different day.
Maybe you're just salty on it.
Maybe. I haven't seen it since.
That little hamster, I mean, he was the real hero.
Was there a hamster?
Yes, there was. What? Did you go to this thing?
No, he was clearly making out the entire time.
No, we never did. Never kissed. But the day after that, we had class, and she was like really quiet the whole time and just not saying anything. And then she handed me a note at the end of class, and it was like this really long thing that was just like, I don't think that there's anything else we can do together. Like, there's no more stuff to do.
That was before she knew.
I know. And then
there's so much more.
And then she in the note said she didn't want to be seeing anyone at the time. And then the next day, I heard her talking about like, oh, my new boyfriend, blah blah blah.
Those are the best stories.
Yeah. And I wasn't really hurt because I didn't really care because I was a child. I think I was also a freshman, and
because I was a child.
That's the child period.
It is. It honestly is.
It's your experimental, what is this?
Right, like, what is people? How do you spend your time with another human?
Right.
Not even in a date thing. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that was probably my worst.
Yeah. Didn't someone break up with you for, like, religious reasons?
Yeah, that was the... That
like,
was
God
2.
told them
not
to date you.
Okay, so...
Oh, 2 of 3.
2 of 3, thank you.
What's that?
Well,
both your breakups are not traditional, like, breakups, like, mutual, like...
Right, no,
are breakups usually mutual?
I mean, the good ones are. I mean, if
it's a good breakup...
I mean, like, if it's, like, you understand, like, you're not meshing well together, and... like, to be truly happy, you guys don't need to be together, and you both understand that.
I guess I've only had one of those.
I think a good breakup is like bad pizza. It doesn't really exist. It's still a breakup, or it's still pizza.
Yep.
So
just like sex.
Just like sex, yeah.
Sex is like bad pizza?
No, sex is like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still good.
What about breakup pizza? That thing everybody knows. Okay, so let's. What is that? Is that a question? We can move questions around.
Well, I mean, is anyone going to ask me what mine was?
We don't have to if you ask the question.
I haven't had really any true relationships before Mr. Red.
Mm-hmm.
I had this, I guess you would say, friendship romance with this man.
Yeah.
All throughout high school, and we went to summer camp together, so like, you know, we don't see each other every day, we don't go to the same school, and then like you go to summer camp, reconnect, and go from there.
Sure.
And we seriously, it was like, click, yep, we should do this, we should be together.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad you're gay and you don't know it. Like,
oh my god.
Did you know at the time?
I had always thought
Suspected.
that, but he constantly was like, I'm not, and I'm tired of people calling me that. And so I wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
And so then in your brain, you're like, okay, then why aren't we doing this? Like, why aren't we dating?
Yeah.
oh, 'cause you're gay. Like, that's why. And that took me a long time for him to finally be like, yes, I am gay. And it's like, yeah, I know, thanks. Right. Like, so that's like the hardest thing I've ever been through. What I used to do in relationships is like, quote unquote, date somebody or start going out with somebody, because that's what you used to say. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're going out. And I hate when parents will be like, well, where are you going out to?
Oh, yeah. My grandma would do that all the time.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because it's an expression. We are dating. We are going out. And then they're just like, where are you going out to?
But, like, you're going out to the bar or whatever.
Not when you're in high school.
No, but like nowadays. I thought.
Well, nowadays, no. This is all in high school. And, I seriously would date people and then, like, just when I was done, just stop talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't really not do that.
Huh?
You can't really...
No, like, not even say, like, hey, we're breaking up. I would just be like...
Just ghost.
I would ghost hard. Now. Yeah.
Ghost.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's bad. Don't do that.
I hope I don't ever have to... Can you imagine?
Just like next week.
Yeah.
I know.
I really haven't talked to Jody in a while.
I think, you know what? I don't like... My mind doesn't do that thing where I just freak out about stuff and extrapolate, but occasionally, I'll just text Jody and she just won't answer and I'll be like...
She's dead.
What if this is it? What if she just never responds again? And then I like knock on her door and she's like, get the hint or something.
It's been 4 weeks.
I know, yeah. I would not wait that long, but I know what you mean. So that's your worst, huh?
I guess that would be my worst.
Yeah.
I've only had one mutual breakup and it was with a black man. And he's still like the only person that I've quote unquote gone out with that I still even talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Or are Facebook friends with. I guess I don't really talk to him.
Right.
Have you ever heard of going steady?
Yeah.
My grandma would say that all the time.
Well, that's because she was from the 50s.
And it's like...
Oh, I think that's an endearing term that nobody uses anymore.
And I thought like going steady was like close to like engagement type, like that was...
Really?
You know what? That's actually probably what it meant because things moved so much faster back then.
Mm-hmm.
Because like literally girls would like turn 16 and they'd be like, when are you getting married?
Like, I'm pretty sure she got married at, like, I think it was, like, 15, 16, and, like, was already with my one grandpa, and then started dating my other grandpa, and I was like, this is just moving way too quickly. Like, she was, like, telling me the time periods and when they happened, and I was like, okay, so Elvis was still alive at this point, right? Yes. And then he died at that point. Yes. Okay.
And then when did Star Wars come out?
When was Star Wars?
She wouldn't have known that.
Right.
That's a trick question.
Cool.
But yeah, nobody asks that anymore. Nobody asks like if you want to go steady. How do you
approach that? Do you say that?
Yeah, is there like a step between like, oh, we're date? I guess like, are we going to be exclusive? I guess is now the like modern term that you use. Like, are we going to be monogamous?
And
it's different between monogamy
and like, exclusivity.
It's different, but it's
polygamy?
Like
is that what it's called?
Polygamy is a thing.
That's a different thing.
People.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. That's not what we're talking about. I'm saying like when you are like casually dating and you're like, you know, oh, I have a date tonight and I have another one like later this week, but it's like a different person, you know, and then like eventually you're like, okay, I want to like
zone in on you.
What is it called? Like
zoning.
Focus.
It's called zoning.
I thought that was the end of its sentence. I want to like.
I want to like you.
I want to like you, but you're really fucking annoying.
Can't. I know what that's like.
What?
Okay, so I think you just say I guess you just have to say go steady. There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah, really. I mean,
there's no other options. You heard it here first.
I guess it's a weird approach to a conversation. Like, maybe you're just hanging out one day. So are we going steady? Like, what are we doing?
Well, I think...
That's basically what I asked you.
Yeah, I think you just have to say... So I could have been dating other people before that time?
Yeah, you could have.
Oh.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. Okay, well, does anyone want to go into any more detail about specific things, or are we collectively good on that
I think we're steady.
We're steady.
We'll go steady.
We'll go steady on this podcast. Okay. So let's jump back to our peeves section. Who would like to bring up a peeve for the group? Anyone at all? Anyone?
Do you have a 140-pound peeve?
No, I'll keep that up.
Okay. Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Oh, well, yeah. Keep it PQ.
What?
Peeves and Qs.
Whoa!
How did you...
Well, I will go first.
Go ahead.
If nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
I want to choose which one I want to do.
I wasn't prepared, so...
Okay, well,
Come on.
I literally was not prepared.
you knew this was coming, Pete.
I knew.
Jeez, oh, criminy.
I mean, you guys will go through yours. Mine will come up.
Well, here's what mine is.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked it up on my phone and read it. Then I put my phone down, and it's gone. So I will get my phone back out.
Do you want me to go?
No, I got it.
Okay.
When I am either in the process of doing something, or I'm currently going to do that thing, or it's on my mind to do it very soon, and I'm told to do that thing.
Yes.
That's very annoying. Like when somebody tells you to do something you're already about to do. I hate it.
I've seen that on Facebook recently. There's... do you call them memes if they're just like...
Sure. Whatever.
Okay, see, I mean, that's like... I was going to do something until you told me to do it. Now I'm not going to do it. Like, that's...
Yeah. You don't want to do it anymore. If somebody's like, hey, will you clean the thing? And you have a vacuum cleaner in your hand and you're like...
You're just like, maybe not.
Maybe I'll put this down.
Are you...
Or I'll throw it at you. What?
Are you putting this peep towards me?
No.
Okay.
That actually happened today to me. Like, I was in the process of, like, doing the dishes, and my mom's like, oh, hey, will you do those dishes for me? And I'm like, I'm just playing with the water right now. That's all I'm doing.
So you just dropped the plate right on the ground?
I had, like, these sudsy hands, and I just, like, grabbed her face, and I was like...
you Adam Sandler, cherish it.
Cherish the fact that your child is doing this for you.
It's very frustrating.
Who knows if I've ever had that.
Really?
Not of recently, I guess. I guess I do have it at work sometimes when, like some other assistant has gone over on their patient and, like, okay, like, obviously, okay, I'm gonna set up for the one that you're supposed to, like, see next or whatever. And they're like, hey, could you set? I'm like, yeah, I'm already doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on top of it. You can trust me to do that. So I guess I understand that.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating because doing it's not your thing that you did anymore. Now it's something somebody...
It's an act of service.
Kind of. Somebody tells you to do something and then you do it and they're like, thanks for doing that thing for me. And then it's kind of like, you did the thing, but they did the thing of telling you to do the thing. And it's not my thing anymore.
But you could have you could take it as you brought someone joy for listening to them.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It depends on the person. Maybe you don't like the person.
Maybe you don't.
And that's why you wouldn't want to do that thing anymore.
Yeah,
right? Because now they're thinking
that you listen to them.
Yeah, that you listen to them and you're doing it for them. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to ruin this just because you asked me.
Yeah, right. Well, you do the dishes and you just get some ketchup and just squirt it all over the ketchup.
Did you tell me to burn the house down?
Yeah. Did you tell me to sell all these dishes on eBay? Weird.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
I'm going to introduce a new thing where we finish a peeve and I go, peeve closed! Alright, so peeve closed! Who wants to go next?
Jeez,
stop saying that.
Jeez, oh, Peeves. Jeez, oh, Peeves.
Jeez, oh, Peeves. Whoa.
There we go.
Nice. Okay, so my peeve...
Changing the name of the show.
My peeve is when cartoon characters who wear the same clothes don't wear the same clothes in, like, a scene.
Like if they're dressing up?
No. They're, like, literally wearing the same outfit, but it's not the same color.
Oh.
As it should be.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm confused.
What show is this from?
Well, like, I was watching an episode of Bob's Burgers, and, like, Jimmy Jr. is, like, wrestling with Zeke, who Zeke is always wearing, like, a black shirt and pants or whatever, and Jimmy Jr. is usually wearing, like, a yellow shirt and a blue vest. All of a sudden, he's wearing a purple shirt. Only for that scene, though. You see him later in the episode, and he's wearing his normal outfit. It's like, what? And, like, Disney does this sometimes, not in their movies, but, like, then in their products.
Oh, yeah?
Like, they will be different colors, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, that's right.
I wonder if that's, like, maybe there was a confusion, like, down the line or something, and they colored it wrong?
Yeah. Something.
That'll happen in comic books sometimes, where in one panel, they, like, just happen to get the color wrong, and then the fans are like, oh, what does this mean? They're a shapeshifter! Oh, no!
yeah, like, well, I think what that thing on Bob's Burgers, because I just saw it recently, but also, I had this book of 101 Dalmatians, like, the story of 101 Dalmatians by Disney.
Yeah. And
Pongo's collar is blue, and Perdito's is red. And that's just not how it is in the movie, why do that?
How do you know that was who those were, was?
One more time?
Huh?
Pretty
How do you know? Because it's the story of 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, but how do you know the dogs weren't the switched dogs like you thought?
Because
I know the movie.
Yeah, but I think the female dog has eyelashes.
And white ears.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the other one has black ears.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm just saying, it's like little things like that that's like, oh, come on, you were so close.
Had the red?
No, in the book.
Yeah.
And in the movie, it's blue.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm pretty sure, like, all the boys had red.
Red, and all the girls had blue.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
So, like, why the fuck did they mess this up in this book? It's Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Disney. Come on.
Maybe
it's like stuff
so
like
they
that.
could have more conflict and, like, discussion about something.
I'm sure they wanted to generate discussion about the novelization of 101 Dalmatians.
I almost wonder...
That's my peeve. It's about Disney.
Okay.
It's almost... I wonder if they do that to, you know how like at Comic-Cons or whatever, they're like, oh, this like special one-time thing that happened in the dye batch was wrong, and so this toy came out this color and it's super rare and collectible.
I like those. Those are interesting.
So I just wonder, maybe they do it that way, or maybe they're just fucking lazy. Rugrats does it a lot too, that like in the early episodes, Tommy's shirt's like a different color, and I'm like, what the hell? He has like a yellow shirt or whatever.
I wonder if it's like, because they have such a low, I'm assuming Rugrats had a really low budget.
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, so like they
ran out of blue.
Maybe, they couldn't afford it. Or, like, they were, like, rushed, and so they made mistakes. I don't know. Stuff happens.
That's a peeve of mine.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Like, either make it a purpose, because, like, I know that, like, there are some cartoons where, like, the characters wear different stuff, but, like, if you're not, do it right.
You know, funny enough, I was on Facebook, and I don't know how true it is, because, like, you share stuff all the time, and it's like, somebody could have just made that in their basement. It's like, oh, that's not real. But do you guys remember Totally Spies?
Totally Spies, yeah.
I guess they had a different outfit every single episode. Like, they didn't wear the same outfit. Like, they had the same uniform. Yeah, they had the jumpsuits, but, like, when they were out in public and stuff, they had different outfits.
That's weird.
I didn't know. I'm going to have to go back and watch the episodes and see, but...
And I heard...
My Life as Told by Ginger.
What?
Is a cartoon show on Nickelodeon that I used to watch.
With the weird noses?
Yeah, they're like, they always had different outfits. Like every single scene almost they had different outfits.
Wasn't that the show where one dude started dating this girl who had like telekinetic powers at one point, and it was like the only bit of weird sci-fi stuff in the show?
You're right.
The whole show was like normal grounded. It wasn't
it was her like little brother Carl started
so.
Carl.
And that's the only thing I ever remember about that show, but it's what made me go like, telekinesis is awesome.
I don't remember that, but I'm going to
there's some show that's I think going on right now that I just heard a blurb where they say it's a live action show. Mm-hmm. They deliberately try to give the main character like bring up an outfit that she wore last season or whatever, because in real life you wear the same stuff over and over. I mean, you have different outfits, but you have the same ones, and in most TV shows they buy a new outfit for each scene.
Yeah.
And that's, you don't really think about it, but they never wear the same outfit twice unless there's like a point about it, like, oh, this is what I was wearing when, blah, blah. And this show specifically, they try to bring in outfits that she's already worn as a way of being more realistic.
Man, they do go through a lot of clothes then for TV shows.
They do. I wonder if there's ever any recycling of outfits, like if you're watching a show,
and
then in the next show, somebody's wearing like,
like Family Matters and like Full House, they just like kept trading clothes back in.
I bet, yeah. Cool. Well,
that was my peeve.
You want to close that peeve? I consider
what
that
do you say?
a peeve closed.
I wanted to say it.
No.
Peeve closed.
Great. Chaotic.
Oh, okay.
You said
so. I have like 4 or 5 in my head, but yeah, I'm gonna stick
just
with
pick one.
one.
We're gonna do another episode.
I guess this is like recent. I don't know when this will get released, but it's recent enough. The director of the first 2 Guardians,
yes, James Gunn.
Yes, James Gunn. I guess years ago, in like 2008 or so, released like he had a couple like Twitter things that were in bad taste. Like they were. Did you know?
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this 2 episodes ago, in fact.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that
out. The Quaff Man, but...
yeah, it just... I don't know. I guess in this day and age, it upsets me how offended people get over the littlest things, and that you can literally lose your entire career based off of one post you've done.
Yeah.
That's years ago, you regret, you've admitted to it, said that it was a joke, it was in poor taste, but...
Apologized, gone through this period of change and growing as a person. And
I can't look at him and think, like, negatively at all.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, I follow him on Instagram and everything, and he's just this positive upbringing. And, I mean, when Dave Bautista posted about how he was very disappointed with Disney and everything, and he's going to have, like, more words to say later on, but he's very disappointed in them. I don't know.
I recently saw this thing that was the entire cast had signed something, and it was about his quote-unquote reinstatement, and I didn't know if that was something that that's what they want. They were pushing for, or if it happened.
I think a lot of people are pushing for it.
They just want it. I doubt Disney will ever go back on anything they've ever said. We talked about this with Clothman on the previous episode, and
they don't admit mistakes.
Well, no, it's like I said then, it's just going to be a casualty of what the movement that's going on right now, which needs to happen, but unfortunately, stuff like that.
It needs to happen.
I mean, you look at
Spacey and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. You look at, like, we're currently watching Sex and the City, and there's a episode about transvestites, quote unquote, and then or like that type of stuff, and like that was made in like 2001, and like watching that episode, Mr. Ed and I are like, this could not this could not happen today.
Or like watching like a bunch of older shows, like Friends, how loosely like make fun of like gay people and stuff.
Like all the time. There was an episode of like, I think The Office, like season 6. That's incredibly recent, where they like use the word tranny.
Yeah,
and it's just like, this is very modern to be acting this way.
So to have him repercussed for something, it's just like, okay, these shows aren't.
Right.
We're still airing them. Friends is still on TBS.
They probably, I don't know, they probably don't air those episodes.
Yeah, like those ones specifically.
And you can't,
Netflix,
you can't decide not to
air. But then you're choosing to watch them.
You're choosing to watch that, and it's not on like open broadcast.
Right.
But,
you're seeking that out, which you can do for anything.
Right.
But so, I mean, I've never done this before, but if he doesn't get reinstated, I think that will be the only movie, Guardians 3, that will be the only one that I don't watch.
Ooh.
I will actually boycott that movie.
That's a good stance.
Because I don't see anybody else being able to direct it the way he does, like the way he like sits down and like writes his list of songs that he wants in there, and he writes the scene for the song, not the
song for the scene.
Yeah.
Although wouldn't it be
so that's what's wrong with Guardians too.
I'm sure he did that for the first one as well, Joe. Wouldn't it be funny if Edgar Wright stepped in to direct the third one?
Actually, the funny thing is, I was like, the only person that can do it is Edgar Wright. And I was like, he won't go back to Disney because they ruined that whole Ant-Man. Because he was going to do Ant-Man.
Did they let him go? I don't know what the whole story.
I think it was he left on his own terms because it just kept trying to change too much of his script.
Yeah.
And then, I forget who actually directed that, but I still had some, like, Edgar Wright vibes, like, while watching it. Like, some of the jokes in there.
It was a little wacky, yeah.
Yeah, like, what's his name? Michael Pena? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Some of his scenes, like, when he's going off on those weird tangents and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's definitely, like those little fast cuts that he does. I'm like, that's Edgar Wright. Like, it seems so much like him.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm gonna see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, sorry. And, who knows, maybe it'll be better.
They're not making a Guardians...
Sorry, I know.
They're not making a Guardians, the Green Lantern characters.
Yeah, sorry.
1 and then 2 and then 3.
Although, what if?
What if? And they bring back Ryan Reynolds because they didn't learn. Okay, so... So your peeve is the fact that they did this.
Yeah, my peeve is that, and sort of this big push on even the most minuscule things can screw you over.
Yeah.
Peeve closed.
Peeve closed. Cool. All right. So, that is our third peeve, and I don't know if you guys can count, but there's 3 of us here. So that means our peeves are
2, 3.
Eins, yeah.
We'll move on to questions.
Questions.
How do we do this?
I thought of
peeves. We did the peeves, and now we do the Qs.
Now we do Qs. Okay. So, was that your question, or do you have another one you want to ask?
You can ask.
All right. Do you want to ask one?
Oh, I was going to say is when you were doing those questions things, I thought of Squidward and SpongeBob with the words popping up on his...
Oh, all alone. That one.
Hello. Questions.
So these are all peeves. I have mostly.
Go to your questions.
Who's not prepared now? I've got tons of questions.
No, I have a good guys.
Girls.
Listen up. What's the best month?
June.
Good. You?
Kind of biased on my birthday.
I was gonna say.
Well, me too. That's why I picked you.
But I don't know, if I'm being honest, I'd have to say November.
Yeah.
Why
is that?
Just well, as of lately, it's been convention month, so
yes.
Yumicon, all that, and plus it's not too cold, not too hot, so it's perfect weather to wear whatever I want.
I would say October, November,
yeah.
Really besides June. But I like December as well. February is always good. I can't really choose. Yeah. February is one of my favorites.
February is good because it's the shortest month, so it's over fast.
Yep, I do like that because by the time you get through fucking January, you just want to kill yourself. Because everyone has new resolutions and they're assholes because they're on diets and they make you feel bad because you're not doing that, and it's a damn long month and you don't have any money because you just spent on Christmas stuff. So fuck January.
Started a diet. Yeah. Before January, but nobody knew about it until January.
And so they think you just do it.
Oh yeah, that's your
revolution.
So that's really gonna
for the year, and I'm like,
resolution.
No.
Like maybe.
Was that early?
I just hate people make you feel bad when you don't do it.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Yeah,
we had people who started the fucking keto diet.
Oh, I hear so much about that, but I don't know what it is.
It seems really unhealthy if you ask me, but. What do I know?
A lot of them are now.
I'm having a diet on life right now, so I'd like to just take a moment and just let it all inhale into my being. The sun's rays nourish. Go on.
Yeah. What you're talking about.
I don't even. Yeah.
What's your favorite month?
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
You can't ask the question and not have an answer.
I really like May because that's when that's when movie studios devote that's when they devote their huge movies.
That's when the summer movies are happening.
When blockbusters come out. All summer months they really do the push. Guys, Godzilla 2 is coming out next year.
We cannot spend 2 episodes talking about Godzilla.
Can we please though? Okay,
the trailer what is it? So good,
audience. What is it about boys and Godzilla?
Rodan is on it. King Ghidorah.
That is my favorite monster.
He's so cool. He's so cool. He's king. Yeah, Eleven's in it. So is her name is Vera Farmiga.
I love that name.
Vera. Confusing name. It is, but she's amazing. Yeah. I love whenever she shows up in something. So I'm really happy to see her. The movie looks outstanding. Charles Dance is in it. Thomas Middleditch, is that his name?
Yes.
Middleditch.
Wait, he's in it as well?
He is.
Oh my god, I didn't rewatch that trailer again. Was he in the trailer?
Yeah, he was. One frame. Okay. One frame.
I mean, Mothra as well.
Mothra is cool.
That one's gonna kill me.
Guys, Rodan flies over a city and destroys it in the trailer. It looks awesome. I can't...
Hey, what if the movie really sucks?
It probably will.
You know what?
I mean, the first one...
Okay, so the first one... was not the best.
It wasn't terrible.
I mean, the Godzilla in that one, though, is what I see for Godzilla, though. That look was just... And the sound.
We got in my car today, and my door has a squeak to it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That develops...
twice a year.
Yeah, I was going to say it happens one in the winter when it gets extremely cold, and then all of a sudden today it started doing it again, too, and I open up the door and it's and Mr. Red pulls up Godzilla on his voice. It sounds just like it.
I pull up the Godzilla roar from the new movie, and it's indistinguishable. It's the same sound.
That's what they did.
That's what they filmed. That's why my door is like that.
Yeah, whenever a new Godzilla movie's coming out, they break your door so they can re-record the scream.
Come to think of it, the last time was 2014.
Weird. Kong Skull Island. Okay, so that I think that's probably my favorite month is May. Although I really like when it's the first month of winter. When winter first starts, like the first couple of weeks, I'm super into it. I love it.
And it's different each year.
It's different each year, so I can't say December.
So that's a season, basically.
Yeah. Like January, December kind of area. But as soon as like the second week of winter ends or whatever, then I'm like,
fuck it.
Over it. It needs get hair dryers and just blow winter away.
I don't mind winter at all as long as it's off the roads.
Yeah, that's fair. I want to be able to go outside more. And I can't.
Meh.
Yeah. Meh.
I mean, so when I had my truck, I loved, like, when there was snow on the road, because, like, you could just plow right through everything. But, like, now I have a little Cadillac, and I'm like, please, no snow, ever.
Yeah.
Like, not even the slightest little dusting.
Well, that's the dangerous shit right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right. I recently got a car, and I was... It was okay, not recently. Listen to the show. I talk about it. But when I was searching, I deliberately was like, I need to find a heavy car because I'm tired of all this, like, whoa, whenever I'm on the road in the winter.
I agree.
I hate it.
You know, you can put, like, bags of cat litter in your car and make it heavier.
But I feel like
then you're going to waste more gas because it's a heavier car.
Or you could cut your diet and, just gain weight. That'd work, too. Although you'd be heavy on one side. What is this?
I'm seeing how long we can let this silence go on for.
I heard your clock.
The question closed. All right.
Oh, we're doing that too?
Yeah, we are.
Okay,
so
new development. Sorry, I gotta go back to my list. I had a good one.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about this some more. So, yeah. Godzilla's cool. I can't wait.
I know. I'm so excited for it. Honestly, I've watched the trailer almost as much as the Shazam trailer.
Oh, yeah? So
I'm weirdly excited about it.
I've definitely watched the Godzilla trailer. It's the double digits at this point, so I'm very stoked. You and I should watch all of the original Godzillas.
Oh god, that's like 30.
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
I have the first one on my computer.
So, what is it? Toho?
Toho? Yeah, Toho.
Yeah, they have like this little box set that you can get at Walmart, and it's only 13 of them. And I'm like, you're missing some of the great ones.
Maybe it's like, because it's divided into eras, maybe it's like the Showa era.
Maybe.
Like, that's the first. Weirdly, I found out that the eras that they're called are, like, named after the emperor in Japan at the time the movies came out.
Really?
So I can't remember the second one. There's, like, the Showa era or period, and that's, like, there's a storyline that runs through all of them, and then there's something, the second one, and then, like, the Millennium one, because it happened around the Millennium, so... That's not named after an emperor, but the first two are. So that's interesting. All right.
Godzilla
close.
I was going to say, stop, please. I got my question. Okay. What is the worst haircut you've ever gotten?
Ooh.
And what did it do to you?
What did it do to you? I melted. Do you want to go first?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so it's like 7th grade. So everyone's already fucking ugly, but they don't know they're ugly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Those are the best years when you're still in denial.
Right.
Yeah. But yes, and I had like longer hair and I had these awful bangs that I just know these girls get when they're young and their mothers just never let them grow out their hair. That was me.
Oh yeah.
So I had literally just block straight across bangs. Super long hair. And it was layered and I went to go and get my hair cut and I specifically told my hairstylist, I want my shortest layer to be, like, at my chin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And she took all of my hair and cut it to my chin.
Oh, I mean, technically that was the shortest.
Yeah, I know, but I guess...
you should have specified the longest, too. It should be at
should
this length.
Yeah.
Yeah, each one needed...
So then, so 7th grade, and now this really ugly short haircut in circa 2004.
Yeah.
I just looked bad with bangs and my double chin. None of it worked.
So it was like there's like certain like hairstyles that define faces.
Yes,
that probably wasn't the best.
That was not for mine.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You probably did say this just now in the story, but I was listening, but I might have missed this one thing. Did you have blonde hair at this time?
I did. Okay. I did.
Yeah, so.
I didn't say that, but I did. I had blonde hair at the time.
All right.
I was gonna say if she did, I have hair like horrible.
Right, me too. So,
I had blonde hair as well. So
important
it just
to note because clever girl Jody is not blonde
at all.
Not even
I have
close.
not been blonde since then.
Right. So
that was probably the period where you're like, blonde hair and short hair. Don't like either of them.
And bangs.
Forget them forever.
Yeah.
I immediately started growing out my bangs then when I grew out the rest of my hair. So, like, my transition from, like, literally, like, 7th grade to the end of 8th grade, two completely different people. Braces came off, bangs were gone, back to really dark hair. I was looking good.
Yeah. And you've looked good ever since.
Thanks.
All right, Compliment Who should go next, you or I?
We're doing questions, right?
No,
you're answering my question.
Oh, God.
You blathering
so
idiot.
They seriously... Clothman did the same thing to me the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, what's your answer? And he just immediately went into a different question.
So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
What?
So real quick, did you guys explain, like, why he was called Quaffman?
I don't think so.
Origin stories.
No. Maybe we should wait till he's on, but no, we'll tell it now. Because his hair is very coiffed.
Yeah, well, I mean, like...
It's feathered is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't know where you guys
out,
came up with the name coiffed.
There's a... it's like a term in, like, this old hairstyling book, and it says, the coiffed look. And it literally looks like Donald Trump and slightly Connor. So, as a joke one day, like, I just came up to him and I was like, what's up, Quaff Man? And, like, I didn't think it'd stick. And I just now found out his name is Quaff Man on here.
Oh, really?
So that's hilarious.
Wow.
So,
That is funny.
He hates it. He's always hated it.
Really? So, why?
Well, he hates it in a it's funny way. He doesn't hate it in like a, guys, can I talk to you about something?
Like,
we need to cut. Although he did ask me to do that. Of course I said no because, come on.
This is our podcast.
I have a question.
Well,
not like this. Not like this. It's about this topic.
Oh.
Quaff is not a word, correct? I feel like quaff.
That's a word.
I think, is there a T at the end? Okay.
Well, I think it's Quaffed.
Oh, so maybe like it is coiffed hair, and it has a quaff to it?
We could just be, I don't know.
Because I feel like...
Write in and tell us.
Yeah, alright. Well...
that way we don't have to look it up.
We won't look this up right once we're finished.
Yeah.
My worst haircut was I had feathered hair and everybody called me Quaff Man. Go on. No. You'll help me remember probably the time frame on this, because I don't. But it was... I was getting a haircut for something, maybe the wedding? Maybe,
not our wedding.
No, not our wedding. The wedding you were in.
The future?
Oh, the wedding I was... Which one? I've been in 3 now.
The
first
most recent one.
The most recent one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember who...
Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Oh, yes. Where your hair was still long on top?
Yeah, it was still... So I wear my hair in a faux hawk. It's why my token that, by the way, Kaiser created for me. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like token.
If you go to MrEdProductions.com, that's Mr. with 2 R's, you'll see a picture of it. I have a faux hawk. It's like a spike on the top, and I wanted to do that. And so whenever I get my haircut, I always say, can you leave it a little longer on the top so that I can manipulate it in that way? I usually explain what I do so that they can do whatever they need to. And this one stylist, was just all of a sudden like, yeah, cool, I'll do that. And then I left, and I had, how best to describe this hair?
It's like, nowadays, it's literally like the man bun look, where it's just so long on the top, absolutely nothing on the side.
It wasn't super long, but it was tall. It was like a very douchey, like, bro-y kind of look. Yeah. Like, I expected to wear, like, tank tops and, like, talk about the gym all the time. Because it was just, like, it was, like, tall, but, like, it was well put up.
It was very Zach Morris.
Kind of Zach Morris, but there was no, like, shape to it.
It just was like straight up.
Yeah, just straight up. So, and it was like tall. It was like Lieutenant Surge.
I was going to say, the way I was thinking of it was like the Slim Jim guy. Like,
yeah.
It.
Googling Slim Jim guy.
I know what you're talking about.
There's literally a Slim Jim on his head.
Oh.
And that's the hairstyle.
Okay, that's probably it. Slim Jim guy.
Let's see. I don't think they gave him a name.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Look
pretty
it up,
much. It's
listeners.
A little longer. It's a little more cartoonishly exaggerated, but that's basically the idea.
Pretty much.
That's probably the word. I haven't really. I mean, right now I don't like the when it's super short. I just recently got a haircut and it's too short, but it's not.
I don't mind it. I'm the one who looks at it.
And I was going to say that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing it. Chaotic.
Mine's kind of similar to yours.
Mm-hmm.
So this was when I was still trying to like figure out like what I wanted to do with my hair.
Who I am.
Yeah.
What I'm doing.
Who I am inside.
Let the Lord fall the earth.
Stop.
That's like classic Christian music.
Yeah.
I'm not Christian. But, okay, so anyways, yeah, so this was senior year. Yes?
Say one thing real quick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'll let you.
Hello?
Hey, is everybody up there?
Yeah, everyone's up here. How's it going?
Doing pretty good. I just got here. I wanted to make sure that, like, people were here before I walked in and everything was still on.
Yeah, no, everything's on right now. We're here. So,
I'm looking up.
yeah, do you remember which number it is?
I just remember where it is.
Okay, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right, I think I can hear you outside, so I'll see you when you get here. The door's unlocked, so just walk right in.
That's cat piss or weed?
Yeah, it's probably weed.
It's probably weed.
Alright, come on.
All right, see ya. Bye.
See ya.
And introducing Dupert Rodriguezz.
What's up,
In the house.
How you doing? How you guys doing?
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you very much. I got it from my mother.
You got it for your mother, and you
I
were
got
wearing it.
I got it
mugged
from
that
my
bitch
mother.
and took the shirt off her back. I knocked her to the ground. I was like, "Bitch, you give me that shirt."
All right.
Here we go.
Well,
Did you change the
spoiler.
rating of this one?
No.
They're all
Buddy,
rated the
when
same.
I walk in the room, everything is rated M for immature.
That's not.
That's him.
No, it's like 3 M's, like immature.
It's rated M
And
for
with a question mark.
Yeah.
Mature.
Cool. Well, we were just in the middle of a very special
Question.
which was.
Oh, shit.
What's the worst haircut you got?
Oh, fuck.
And
But Chaotic Kaiser was telling his story.
That's fine. You know, someone called.
yeah, we got rudely interrupted by a phone call halfway through.
Oh, what a cunt.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
Okay, so this was senior year, right before my open house. I needed to get a haircut. And I was like,
Oh, no.
Because I was like so used to just, flipping it up in the front and just having like.
Yeah, you
faux
rocked
look.
the faux hawk for a
Yeah,
long
that
time.
was-
Did you really?
That was my
Yeah.
Don't you? No.
I was gonna say you would wear the hats and it would just
Yeah,
literally
I
just
don't-
duck under them.
Yeah, you did it a long time ago, alright?
Dude, he stopped doing that like 2 months ago. That's when he stopped fucking bill wafting in the front of his head.
Coiffed, we just got done
We
with
just
this
got done
huge
talking about the word quaff. Yeah. Quaffed.
But yeah, so I just like walked in for like a quick haircut. Never walk in for a quick haircut.
No,
Like,
never.
You need to get people that know you
and know your head and know how your hair
know
lays.
what you want.
That's what I like about the places around here. They like record your settings and everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they like write it all down and stuff.
Oh.
So I get there and they're like, "Well, there's this girl over here. She's been here for a little while." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's go with her." Didn't realize a little while was 2 weeks, and that it was
Like her
first guy cut.
Oh
Like
no.
as we're going through this, she goes, "So what can I get for you? Like, what do you want around your head?" And I was like, "I usually have it like finger length." And she's like, "So 1?" I was like, "I don't know." Like
Right, like you
finger
tell
length?
me, is
Yeah.
that finger
And
length?
She's like, "Yeah, that's a 1." And I was like, well, later you
Be like,
find
look
out
at my
that is
fingers.
not.
Right.
It's not
My
a 1.
fingers are bigger than a
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Maybe it's
So-
like 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger. Ooh, maybe it is.
It's literally like your fingers, like
But like, what's the
Like
1,
that.
2, 3? I don't know.
that's the razor settings,
Yeah.
which are one is like bald.
Yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind.
One is like
She's
balls.
like, so it's a 1, and I was like, I've never heard that before, but all right.
Like sure.
So it's usually, like, I guess they have it, like, 3 or 4 that they usually cut the side of my hair. And I was like, and then I usually leave it a little bit longer on top. And then she's like, okay, do you want it, like, what's the term? Like, slowly, like,
Fade.
yeah,
Yeah,
fade it
faded,
in.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure, like, do whatever you want. And
Do whatever you want.
she turns me around after she just said, like, so you're actually my first guy cut. And I was like, oh, really? And I'm
And
like,
he turns you around.
I turn around, bowl cut.
Ah.
Straight up bowl cut. And I'm like, oh my god.
You're like, I love it.
So I'm usually good at like deceiving like how I'm actually feeling. The look on my face, like the blush in my cheeks was gone. It was just like white. I was a ghost.
You ghosted.
And like she's like, oh my god, you don't like it. And I was like,
No, it's fine.
no, that's no. Did you put a wig on my head? And I was like, oh, it was so
funny joke.
Tears
Funny
were coming out
joke.
of my eyes, man.
Probably looked like a little
I know.
Chinese boy.
My hair was my life at the time. Now I don't care.
And she never cut another man's hair
I've
again.
never
So
seen her
did
again.
she fix it?
No, I left.
So you walked out.
Yeah, I walked out like that, and I tried like
Putting a hat on.
styling
You're
and
like,
everything. And I was like,
And that's why you wear hats all the time.
oh yeah, that's why I wear hats all the time. No, now that's because I'm balding in the back. So I'm
Oh.
like, nobody can see this but me.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
you balding in the back?
No, I'm
He's
balding in the
balding
front,
in the
bitch!
Oh.
Look at this! It's going!
You're never balding.
No.
Yeah, like,
Ever.
I remember like
Ever.
2 years ago, Jody was like, oh, he'll be bald one day. 2 years still going fucking strong. You got the hair Olympics going on. I don't know if it's like fucking stapled to your head
He
or
doesn't,
what.
like, when we go outside, he has to put sunscreen on or he'll die, and he doesn't put it on his head because his hair's so thick, it will
right.
never burn.
Oh,
Ladies.
Ever.
Lady.
What? Hello? Hi. I forgot you were here. Okay,
Oh,
so, would...
Oh,
That's a good...
you got
I mean,
any
that's
bad
horrible.
haircuts?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a good one for you.
Okay.
You should recreate it so we can get a picture.
About the time that you cut your own hair.
Oh, no,
I
no,
think,
no, no.
I
That
think
wasn't
you
the
all
worst
got
one.
bad haircuts at the same time.
Oh, probably. We probably got a picture together of all four of them.
I love that you three always competed with beards, like when to have them and when not to have them.
Yeah.
Now we just all have.
We all just have
Now
them.
you all have them all the time.
Yeah.
Mr. Red couldn't grow them when he was working at Applebee's,
That
and like so
sucks.
you two would grow them out and be like, "Yeah, you like this beard," and then you'd shave it off and like immediately.
Yeah, it was weird. He would like
Yeah.
keep hugging me and like rub his face on my face, and he's like,
Super
"Feel
weird.
it,
Like
feel it."
this weird like huddle of beards.
I
It's
would
like
just
aggressive manliness. Like,
Yeah.
feel that.
I
That's
seriously would
hormones.
just
Male
laugh.
hormones.
because I think even Quaffman like grew out a beard and you had your beard and
You're
like, you had
kidding me.
and
He had a
chaotic
beard?
and
He had
chaotic
a fucking beard?
he tried.
How? Oh, okay.
He tried.
I was going to say, that
Do you
thing probably
remember?
looked like
Yeah.
shit.
It was.
You could hardly see it because he has such light hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's like cotton
Oh,
swabs
it was
get-
for a show that he did
Yeah.
where he was playing an older character, so like
I
try
thought
to
he looked
grow.
like fucking Whitey from Me, Myself, and
I
Irene.
remember that.
Yeah.
I
Probably.
remember. Yeah, when he was trying to be the older guy in the I
Yeah.
forget the play,
It
but
was
I remember.
She
We went to
Loves
go see
Me.
it. Yeah, it's very creepy.
And Chaotic Kaiser was clean cut for a long time, and then like you're like, oh, you two have beards. I'm gonna start growing a beard, and then
Yeah.
I think you shaved yours and Quaffman, and you're like, what the hell? I just got a beard going.
Oh, yeah.
So to shameless plug something, 3 of the 4 people in here have their own YouTube channels. There's
Oh God, yeah.
Mr. Red Productions YouTube. There's Chaotic Kaiser, and there's
No. Mine's dead.
well, it
I,
exists.
excuse me,
Fucking
I have one
dead.
too.
You've posted videos on my account.
Okay, but I have
So
them on there.
it counts. I'm just saying.
Nobody watch our shit. We're not active.
No, it's good.
no, we're
Because
dead. It's
Chaotic-
fucking garbage.
Chaotic Kaiser recently came over and we started like watching some of our old videos.
Look, the only one I'll ever give credit ever is goddamn SanDisk, and that's because I
That
was
was
legit fucking angry.
That was a
He
good
had
one.
never watched it until the other day.
No, that one I had. That's the
Oh,
one
did
that I
you?
had watched. I didn't
Okay.
remember
Wasn't that
it.
actually your favorite, or
I think so.
like I was like, what did you do? What did you do? I deleted it. I
Yeah.
fucking deleted it because I deleted like the software that made the fucking.
You deleted the operating system
I
for your
deleted
USB
the thing
drive.
that made it a functioning item, and once I got rid of it, it was a fucking lump of plastic with metal hanging out of it.
What
I
was
might as
the-
well fucking just.
What was the
Punched it.
dad videos? We gotta blah blah.
Oh,
What were
yeah,
those?
we tried to do vines.
Oh my God, Vines.
Oh, we're on
It
a
was like,
budget.
we're on a budget, yeah.
series where this.
Didn't we do that like maybe a day? Like we did.
We did, like,
10
4
videos
yeah,
a day.
10 of them.
Okay, I want to say it lasted actually 2 weeks because you do them like every spot on, spot off, like every other day.
We did like 10 in a day, and then like 2 weeks later, we tried to do some more.
And then like yours was always hopping because there was always some ridiculous shit
Oh, you're
happening.
talking about all Vines. We were talking about like a specific.
Like they're like we're on a budget.
I know,
Do
but
you remember
like,
those?
yeah, I remember that. They were fucking awesome because they were fucking hilarious. They were
Didn't
like,
you kill one of you in one of them?
That with the
"That
idea.
women not the body. We're on a budget. And then
We-
just fucking
we're on
stuff
a
them
budget.
in.
And then it's me that gets thrown into the garbage.
I actually want to like pitch this. So the idea was.
So are
like,
those on YouTube? Is what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Oh.
we wanted
None of the
to.
Vines. I tried getting them all on there, but Vine's like gone now.
Yeah.
No.
I can't find
Oh
any
man,
of
those people who code in Vine, get us those videos.
If you can.
The idea was that like Tyler played my son for some reason because it was funny, and he wanted to like build a derby car, and I said,
I remember
and
this.
the bit was that every video would him be like, we have to do this thing, which would get increasingly more and more ridiculous, and I would tell him we're on a budget, and then throw something in frame that would be like the most ridiculous cheap version of it. I can't remember the escalation, but
Oh,
it started with
well,
a derby car,
Yeah,
and
the
we
derby
like.
car, and you took like a McDonald's fry box and like, on a budget and you threw it.
Well, it was a little bit more complex. It had like the lids for drinks
wheels.
for wheels.
Oh no, that was a well thought out video.
It was great.
I just want to disclose that my legs are working. I just have to get out of this chair.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm good.
Earlier, I thought she wasn't able to walk
because she just fell into another chair from another chair.
It's like shit. She just contracted MS and it's curling up on her back.
And Mr. Red did nothing, and
Yeah, he just
he was
stood there and kept
concerned.
talking, and I was like, "So wait a minute, like real quick."
Yeah, can we talk about
walk?
this? So the tangent here was you not having a beard, and I was saying I watched our videos, some of which you're like clean shaven in.
I know, it
It's
looked
very shocking to see.
I know, I look
You're just
disgusting.
You're like a bouncing baby boy.
Yeah, I'm just like a hyper little child with
Remember
really
your
long
goatee?
hair. No, I don't want to talk about
Okay,
that.
well you had a goatee at one point. Anyway,
That, in fact, made you look older, because, like,
Did I look like I was 30 when I was in my early 20s?
yeah,
I looked like a rapist. I don't want to talk about that again.
yeah.
it looked good.
No, it didn't.
Go on.
Worst
So what was your worst
haircut?
Oh, well, I know you're thinking that my worst haircut was one time when I shaved my head. Honestly,
Oh, I'm thinking of a couple of different. That's not the one I'm thinking of.
I remember the one.
okay, because
Give us a top 10 list.
I don't need to. I just need to give you the one. I was 14 and I was really, really dumb, and I was like, I never tried this before. Fuck it, why not?
Coke.
The very next day,
I never tried this before.
I never tried this substance. Better put it in my body.
Oh, my apartment's clean and also gone. I sold it.
For more
On the side
crack.
of the road.
Yeah.
But no, the next day after I made this decision, I realized I had made a mistake, and I would not let anybody see my head. I had not even.
So what was it?
I had my hood on,
Oh.
and I would not fucking take it off, and I would almost got suspended.
Okay, what's it look like? I'm dying.
It looked like I was dying of cancer because I'd shaved off all of my hair.
All of it?
All of it with a fucking razor.
You voted-
I was bald.
You voted for Pedro.
No, what I did was I looked like Uncle Fester at age 14. It was bad because I always wore these very nice guy aesthetic because that was what appealed to me back then.
Yeah, you would
But,
always
it
wear
was-
the coats and the fedoras.
Yeah, but, it was way big on me, so I just looked like I was wearing my dad's clothing with a bald ass head.
Right. You would have looked just like Christopher Lloyd, where he crouches down and makes himself
Uncle Fester,
look
he
like
played Uncle Fester in the movie.
Honestly, no, I look like Christopher Lloyd if Christopher Lloyd got way into Hostess. It was fucking...
into Little Debbie.
What kills me is there's a video that we did. We were playing The Evil Within, and we talked about the same exact thing. And I was like, I can't picture you as Uncle Fester. And then I'm editing the video, and I'm like, oh my god, I totally see it.
I think there's a picture, like a Polaroid picture, because I did not want this on the internet. I'm not putting this shit on the internet, but yeah, it's just me with thin wire glasses, wearing a camo shirt with no hair.
Links in the description below. Go on.
No, it's not. Again, it's analog.
I
It is
remember
analog.
another photo
There's plenty of bad photos of me out on the internet.
that you took a video of. You're Chaotic Kaiser was filming, and you're in Dupee's house, and you're just like, hey, look at this photo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's on
That
the
was when I
YouTube
was wearing
channel.
a dress. I was
A
wearing...
leotard, I almost think.
no, it wasn't a
thought it was
leotard.
a
It was just like a
dress.
dress that was really fucking tight on me.
It was red, wasn't it?
No, it was pink.
Oh.
It was pink, and it was...
How old were you, would you say?
That was 2 years ago.
No,
It was longer than that because, the
Because
picture...
the picture, you were
Okay.
5.
No.
It was might have been 2 years before
Oh
we
shit,
found
I'm thinking
the
of a
picture.
different photo altogether.
Yeah, you were in a leotard. I think you said you were doing...
You're
I think it was
dancing or something.
Okay, there's several pictures of me wearing women's clothing growing
That
up.
explains it.
But the
No,
one
let's talk
I
about
think,
this.
No, it's fine, dude. I like a cross dress. It's no big deal. No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Anyway, no, the one I think you're talking about is the one where me and Amanda were just starting to see each other, and this was a little while afterwards, and I decided to put on her best friend's clothing.
As we do.
Yeah, I was going to say, like you do, yeah.
Well, she was like, hey Amanda, try this on. Hey Amanda, try this on. So I got bored, and I was like, hey Rachel, I'm trying this on. And I ran away with her dress. She's like, and I came back and I'm like, I'm fucking gorgeous, bitch. And she kicked
Our
me
poor neighbors.
out of her house shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep.
Question
closed.
close. Close.
You gotta do that. You gotta...
Oh, yeah, say that. Go.
You gotta do the hand motion too.
Question closed.
What are you, Tommy Wiseau?
Wiseau?
It's a wonderful day. You're so beautiful.
Tommy Wiseau.
Don't you try to hit me, Mark.
Tommy Wiseau down the street.
Oh, okay. Wow, we're doing this, huh?
Walking by.
Oh,
That is a Christopher Robin.
You guys want to do
Christopher Robin.
You guys want to do a walking off right now? I think I can walk you all in circles around you.
I have been in Batman. I believe.
Remember, when I was talking with Adam Sandler, and I was in Click. Remember in Click, the movie?
I know this is supposed to be your Christopher Walking impersonation. It literally just sounds like that, like stereotypical Jewish robot
You
malfunctioning.
have to tell me that you just hold on.
Jewish robot.
Don't you know that they base that off of Christopher Walken?
Please tell me you just called him Christopher Walking. That would make nothing would make me happy.
You know, out of what I just said and the ridiculousness of what I just said, that's what your takeaway is.
No, that was it. That's distracted me.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well, that was.
I did a question. You did a question.
Yeah,
you got a question.
You do have a question.
We're opening the question.
Opening question.
We're opening the question.
Real quick.
Yeah. What's up?
When you did Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
I came to the realization that if you make it sound slightly more ghetto, you're just Barack Obama.
Oh. Christopher
Like with the
Walken.
pauses and everything.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Goldblum also has that.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta
Don't
test
even
this
get me
out.
started on Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah, remember how you used to really like Jeff Goldblum?
Used to.
What do you mean used to?
Okay,
I still love Jeff Goldblum.
He took some of the essence from you, and now you've grown like a fucking Jeff
You've
Goldblum.
grown a cancer.
I know.
That's me.
I know.
You've grown a
Talks
Goldblum
about this
within
man.
him.
He talks about this man.
I watched every single video ever possible of him ever.
He's awesome.
And I know I want to be with him.
Good.
He wants to be his girlfriend.
This
He's
is
a
not
silver
joke.
fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I see the way he talks on... Okay, question.
Yeah.
Who else wants to be with Jeff Goldblum?
I
do.
wouldn't mind it. He was on my list, a previous episode of like celebrity crushes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He is like my only celebrity crush. Like, it's weird. I'm not gay or anything, but like I'm comfortable enough to say if he asked me out, I would be his girlfriend.
I mean, it's okay.
If we would be going steady.
You gotta go steady.
Steady, yeah.
It's okay.
I ain't no cheap whore.
None of this casual dating.
No, it's fine.
It's what?
It is fine.
I don't
know.
like what's
It's
happening.
Which part? To answer the question, only as Grandmaster. Everything else.
Oh no, it's everything.
Hmm.
The way he talks about his like girlfriend, it gets me. It's weird. Like the way he's like, yes.
Yes.
The way he like his hands.
Let me explain.
His hands.
He's
that
constantly scheming.
the best Christopher Walken. The best Christopher Walken video that has Jeff Goldblum in it is the one where he says, "People always ask me, is it pronounced Jeff Goldblum or Goldblum? I always answer it the same way. How dare you speak to me?" That wasn't a good impression. I wasn't doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
How dare you speak
No,
to
stop,
me?
stop.
What
Okay. Guys,
I mean,
no,
we're-
stop. Just
okay,
stop. Just
so-
ask a question.
Do you have a real question, or that could be your question? I'm fine with it.
That was a legitimate question.
Okay,
But
well,
no,
that's fine.
I'll switch it up.
Yeah, you can just take those socks off. That's fine.
please.
I'm kidding. You can. It's hot in here. I know
It's
because
smelling too good in this room, so I was really
It's
hoping.
because Mr. Red-
take some socks off.
Yeah,
please.
someone
it's
else-
because Mr. Red turns off the air when we record.
Because I want it to be quiet.
Um,
Sounds good.
Out of these next few movies that are coming out at the end of this year, which one are you guys most excited for?
I have to.
Yeah, I need a
look up
list of them,
because,
'cause,
and I do have them. I know what are coming up, but I want to make sure I pick the right one.
Well, that's one of us.
I don't want to forget about
Mine,
mine.
by far, is Venom,
Ooh.
especially with
Yes.
this latest trailer that came out. Because they're taking so much from Eddie Brock, from Agent Venom, from so many different previous,
Sources.
installments
Yeah.
and sources. So, I don't know, the way I'm seeing it, he's playing Eddie Brock, but at the same time, he's not. But I love the way that they've made Venom. They make him look intimidating.
Uh-huh.
And the way he's, scaring that guy who I'm assuming was robbing the store.
It's something.
Saying that he's gonna cut off each of his limbs and everything and, eat his face and stuff. I'm like, what in the world? This is what I've always wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, I'm super excited for that. I was actually more excited for that than I was Infinity War.
Okay. Wow. Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That seems
Yeah.
wrong
well,
to me.
are you? Are you a DC guy or are you a Marvel guy? I guess.
Well, I mean, they're both Marvel, but I mean,
yeah.
No, but I'm
just
what? Hold on. What? Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Sorry,
I'm
my bad.
Marvel guy, but I mean, I love DC too. I don't see the distinction between the two after a while. Like,
we'll talk.
Movie-wise, yes.
Yeah.
Comic-wise, DC's got some better comics.
They do. It's very true. We don't have time to get into all this, but
no, we really don't.
Okay, I got a few on my list.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters for me.
That comes out this year?
What's your time frame, by the way?
This year.
Oh.
Guys, come on.
Well, then...
We cannot talk about Godzilla anymore.
Stop. I can't
no
stop.
more.
Oh, okay.
No more. So we can't. No. I'm closing Godzilla.
Close. Godzilla, close.
No, go get my car.
I mean, I guess in that case, Joe Dirt 2 looks pretty cool.
Well, are you kidding
That's
me?
already out.
Yeah, for a few years.
No.
Okay.
The movie's coming out this year.
There's like a new Predator movie coming out.
Yeah, the Predator, yeah.
Wait, what?
Is that... Are you excited for it?
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Goosebumps 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Halloween.
I'm also excited for that.
Halloween.
I've heard you say it multiple times.
Halloween.
Stop. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm excited for that too.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
That is my number 2.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss the Grinch with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Isn't that weird?
I mean,
he's like, hi.
We don't need it. I understand we do not need it because Jim Carrey did it and it was the best.
Oh, well, yeah. That was even better than the original.
But I will not watch
I'll watch
Dr.
it.
Seuss.
But it's strange seeing, like, they added a character in it.
Apparently there's a Robin Hood coming out in 2018.
Robin Hood. Oh. Wreck-It Ralph 2, I'm really excited
When's
about.
that coming out?
I'll tell you multiple ones.
November 21st. Okay,
is there like a 1?
My top is Halloween.
Okay.
Then probably, Slender Man. The Slender Man movie comes out.
Good as well.
You know what? I'll say Goosebumps 2.
Goosebumps 2.
Does that still have Jack Black in it?
Oh, Creed 2.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Slender Man is going to be your number 1 favorite pick because of how much you loved Marvel Hornets. Marvel Hornets.
Well, it's not them doing it.
I know, but it's around the same subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aquaman's coming out in December.
Did you see the trailer for it?
Yeah.
My mother has a crush on that dude.
Who doesn't?
What
Jason
fucking
Momoa.
female doesn't?
Yeah, she loves Jason Momoa.
What man doesn't? Yeah.
That too.
Is this where I come out?
I guess it is.
If you're gonna...
Yeah, I mean,
this is the best place. This is a safe place.
All right. Bumblebee. I'm not excited for. That's probably the lowest.
What is Bumblebee?
I think it's the Transformers Bumblebee.
Yeah, Transformers Bumblebee.
Is it, is What's-His-Face directing it?
I don't think
Michael
so.
Bay?
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually going to be somebody else.
What?
So
he's like out of it, right? Is he still hanging out?
Why did he say something offensive?
I want to say yes. I think he just needs to stick to just cinematography.
Yeah, he said something offensive. It's his entire collected cinema works.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said something offensive to me. It was the newest Ninja Turtles. That's what he said that was offensive to me. Fucking shit all over it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm willing to go on a limb
hold
and say...
Here we go.
I'm willing to acknowledge that there really hasn't been a very good Ninja Turtles movie. Look, fun aside, there's never been like a great, well-written, hard-driving...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay,
OG Jim Henson involved... Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Look, those are my favorite, but they're not like...
They're great.
They're amazing. They're fucking the bomb, but they are campy. They are 3 of the most fun movies ever.
Are you kidding me? They are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How are they gonna be badasses?
You could never make a good... I don't think you could ever make a good movie out of that if you're doing live action.
Yeah.
I don't think that movie's bad, though. Like,
guys, it's made for kids.
Well, yeah.
It's a kids movie.
But we're adults that are angry. We're just talking.
I know you're all just trying to get back in the womb. It's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, we can't watch the cartoons in the womb.
Yeah.
We just got to get a little bit
How the fuck am I going to drink coffee in a uterus?
Guys,
what the fuck?
We've already solved this. Our mothers will swallow us and a DVD player. It's fine.
I guess we're going back to Greek times.
Someone needs to take an anatomy class.
What's going on? What question are we in?
Bigger than my
all I'm saying is that all I'm saying is that like
it's like
campiness aside, even though they weren't like, you know, the most spectacular movies, they were still amazing movies for what they were. They were such beautiful
No, not for what they were. They're great movies.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Ooze. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Secret of the Ooze.
It's fucking anyway, and then there's the one where they get sent back into fucking time with feudal Japan, and they were fighting shit, and it was fucking awesome. And then fucking Michael Bay sees this, and he's like, "Oh, I bet I could make it pretty good with CG." And he shits all over this fucking movie.
In between those two, there was an even shittier one.
Was there really?
Yeah,
Yes,
circa 2007.
But the thing I could take away from that is at least not a lot of people know of that. At least not like a lot of people who aren't hardcore Ninja Turtle fans. That's something.
Oh, do you think they missed it?
Well, I don't think they care enough to remember.
I feel like I was abducted by aliens and I lost time. What are we talking about? How did we get here?
I'm just mad.
I know.
We're talking about Michael Bay.
Yeah, why?
Because I fucking hate him.
Well, we brought him up when we were talking about Bumblebee, but...
You asked what movies you're excited for. Okay, a Halloween, Godzilla, what are you excited for the
I already
most?
said Goosebumps 2
Yeah.
and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch.
Okay, what about you?
I'm not allowed to talk about my choice.
Why? Oh, was it Godzilla? That doesn't come out.
Godzilla quote. I don't give a shit, that's still my pick.
I know, isn't it great? Okay,
Dude,
let's...
Stop.
Rodan. Okay, so let's... Mothra. Okay, and question closed. I think... Wait, did you answer?
This is the point when we need video
You're
because
good.
of her face.
Yeah.
Clever Girl's just sitting over here like, hello, darkness, my friend.
Hello, darkness, my old
If we didn't have cameras, we'd probably have like expressive shots of.
I was just talking about this today, that like, I hate recording with all men because...
Yeah, like, because we get our little guy stances to where we're like, yeah, Godzilla, yeah! And then
like,
you're quietly in the corner, let's not do this anymore.
And then I'll like ask a question and you guys are just like, Godzilla!
No, you asked...
We just splurge on it.
Yeah. Let's all remember earlier in this podcast when she was like, what haircut was your worst? And I said, well, I looked like Godzilla that one time.
I'm just saying, it's really hard sometimes.
All right, but did you answer the question? I don't remember.
It's been nothing but
question. Mine was...
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Venom. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good, then.
You got a question that you'd like to ask?
Yeah, would you like to ask
class?
the group a question? Also, you have to stock up on a peeve because you missed one.
Oh, fuck!
We'd like to save it for the next episode, because this one, I'm sure, is long
Yeah, this
enough
one's
already.
been a lengthy one. This one's been... Ooh.
Hold on.
Running on 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, do we even have time for me to ask a question?
Of course we do.
Yeah, we do.
Alright,
It
alright.
seriously hasn't been 3
No,
hours.
it hasn't.
Alright,
And that's all the time we've got.
Well,
What?
later, you cunts.
Question closed.
Question
Forgot about that.
Alright, if you guys are all readers, right?
Most of us, yeah.
So,
Well, if you guys...
Wait, are you a reader, Tyler?
from time to time.
Okay.
I read.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of splurge, but like then I like stagnate.
Yeah.
I have a really bad habit where I'll like stop halfway in a series and then continue on with a different thing.
Yeah, that's me too, yeah. I'll
And,
splurge and then stagnate, yeah.
But mainly what I was getting at was like which book series, if you had the budget, which book series would you turn into your own miniseries?
Oh, miniseries.
I
You're only
like
allowed
this.
5 episodes, but you have a big enough budget to do what you want.
Got it.
Good.
Got it.
Good question.
What's yours?
Yeah.
Mine?
Yep.
I would do a miniseries on H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh.
Damn the writer, but his
Yeah.
shit was good.
That would be...
So
I would love to
What
see
are you
it.
talking about specifically? Like, just his collection? Or
I would do like a collective of some of my favorite stories by him. Like I would do, of course, Call of Cthulhu. That'd probably be the one opener because everybody
Oh,
wants
that
to
would
bust.
have to be.
Yeah, it
so
has to
people
be.
know, like...
Or you save that for the
people know the
finale.
No. It's
No.
like it's the one you open with.
You should do it as like episode 2, but make it like the least budgeted, like just sloppiest, just quickest,
Oh,
just
fuck
whatever.
no.
Everyone's excited for it.
Call of
It's like,
Cthulhu?
what is this?
At the very end, I think I want to say that like the last 5 to 10 pages, everything just fucking goes to hell. And it's
Literally.
just- it's so cool. It's so descriptive, and yet somehow also so vague. It's so well put together. The word syntax and the choices and phrase, and even like certain word junctions, they're so well developed. I hate this fucking man.
Yeah,
I hate
bad,
this man.
bad dude.
I hate this man to death, but he created amazing literature.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would pick, like, Call of Cthulhu's first episode. After that, probably The Mountains of Madness, because that one's really fucking neat.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I would do The Dunwich Horror, maybe The Color Out of Space after that, and I'm not sure what I'd do as a 5th.
Well, you'll have time to figure it out. Cool, I really like that. I love Lovecraftian horror. I love the idea of, like, a lot of those ideas of like insanity and stuff like that. So I would be there for it. Yeah,
it's so good.
Cool. Clever.
I would miniseries.
Sorry, I just got an answer.
No, R.L. Stine's Fear Streets.
Ooh, Fear Street.
Oh my god, I forgot about Fear Street. That shit was insane.
That's literally,
He brought it back.
that's your transition from Goosebumps to, there's a new book coming out. That's what made me think of it.
Is there really?
It's your transition
Return to Fear Street.
from Goosebumps to like Stephen King. That's like your good transition.
Like adult horror, kid horror, Fear Street.
Like right in the middle. Like
it's those teenage horror stories.
Yeah, those teenage angst. Like, that's exactly right where it is.
Yeah.
I can't think of 5 that I would do. I would definitely do Bad Moonlight, The Boyfriend, and, like, The Babysitter.
Oh, The Babysitter, yeah.
Those, because, like, Babysitter 1, 2, and 3. I guess I could say that, because all of them are pretty good.
Alright. What about that one? I can't remember. It's like this one story that on Fear Street about this person who died at the party. And, like, at the very end, he ends up getting, like, his revenge, because he ended up getting killed at this party. I can't remember.
I can't remember I'd have to look it up, but...
Ah, damn.
But, like, that is what I would want.
Yeah. That's
they're
awesome.
easy, they're fun, people love it.
That would be...
They're just easy to take.
Honestly, if that got redone, I'd be thinking of, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Pretty much. That's exactly what it would be.
Oh, my god.
Because there's no connecting characters, usually, and you just boom, 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 boom.
Cool. Since the only real answer I would have been able to say would be Game of Thrones books, and that's kind of already done.
How about do them right?
Yeah.
Sick,
burn.
I mean, I love
burn clothes. Yeah, and you don't even hate the show. That's weird.
No, I hate the books. Yeah.
So I will break the question, if you don't mind, and say I would do Stephen King, but I wouldn't like do direct adaptations of like 5 of his books. I would say, because there's such a big thing about like cinematic universes now in movies, I would say let's do a miniseries that's set in the Stephen King universe.
Because all of his books are connected.
Characters, right? Like there's characters that will just show up in some of his books.
I'm going to admit right now, I'm not a Stephen King fan. I know of him. I know of a lot of his work because you can't
Get Out was Jordan Peele.
You can't not know Stephen King's work because he's so
iconic. Yeah.
Iconic. Developed his field. And, like, he's a workaholic. He's made so many fucking stories.
Oh, he's so prolific, yeah. So,
I will say that I never really went out of my way to really check out his work too much.
And that's fine. Sometimes his actual...
Some people hate it.
Yeah, some of his actual writing style is sometimes hard for me to stomach, because it's very dreamy, and it's very, like, hard to identify with characters and stuff. I talked about it on the show.
I do like it when he starts writing things in a more dreamy scape, because he's really good at making this kind of, like, sleepy, horrific kind of atmosphere.
Like,
I could do without that. I want the true, like, the horror, the right to the point.
Well, I think that's just
what's going to keep you up.
I like that more, like, trippy aesthetic.
Like, I read the entire first Dark Tower book, and I was just, like, flipping through it, and I was just like, I just want to be done with this. But everyone says it's really...
The Gunslinger, right?
Yeah, The Gunslinger.
Yeah, I've got that one at home, and when I was reading it, I was like, I've gone through 30 pages, and you haven't told me who I'm following.
Yeah.
I was getting so frustrated.
I do not know what this main character's, like, emotions are. I want to know what he's feeling about this.
And,
he seems
he didn't
so...
even describe, like, the character at all at first, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'm following a blob.
Yeah, he definitely...
It's a shape.
Yes.
He, like, and I don't know, most of his, like, I want to say earlier work, he, like, draws you in with a really interesting story, drops it, never comes back to it. Like, Cujo, you get this story about all of a sudden this kid's eating breakfast and all this, and all of a sudden he's running to the bathroom and he's throwing up red. Is it blood? Who knows? Yeah. I mean, eventually you find out later that the dad works for, like, this cereal company, and the red dye 5 is, like, poisoning everybody and whatever. Yeah. But, like, he grabs you with that. And I miss that. He doesn't do that anymore.
Okay. But if I have to do, like, direct adaptations, it can't be, like, I would just have, like, a bunch of characters from different things show up. Then I would say, the works of Junji Ito.
My god!
If he is the Godzilla writer, I'm gonna
No, he's not. How funny! No, I want to find who novelized the Godzilla movies and wrote them.
Alex, you don't understand. They've actually been doing that. Really? They've actually been releasing animated works of Junji Ito.
Okay, well, I would do live action first of all.
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
judgment.
no, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of people are kind of...
With live action would be difficult.
Yeah.
I can see it done,
but that's why it would be scary, because it would be like...
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to grasp a little bit, because, the way he draws stuff and the depiction of his art, it's very graphic.
Right.
In his own personal style, of course.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how would that translate? Yeah. That's kind of like the thing in my mind. But no, you need to check out this anime. It's happening. Like, I will say a lot of people are kind of turned off about it because the animation style is pretty... I think the concern is that it's done kind of cheaply.
Yeah.
But it's very true to his art style.
Cool.
It's very true.
I'm definitely going to check it out. The first episode would be the thing that I'm gonna just briefly explain, because Jody, you don't know this guy at all. He does like horror webcomics, but I think he does real paperback stuff.
He does real horror.
he's Japanese, obviously, so it's like manga style. But
he does a lot of short horror stories.
Yeah, they're short horror stories. The one that I encountered first is probably the one that a lot of people. It's called The Horror of Enigma Falls, or something.
The Enigma of the
Amigara Fault.
Amigara Fault. The Enigma of the Fault of Amigara. Something like that. I'm fucking butchering that name, but...
There's an earthquake, a plate falls off the side of a mountain or whatever, and they find these holes in the side of it that are like person-shaped. And people start going there to be like, what is this? This is weird. And eventually they realize that each hole has like a specific human in the world that's like drawn to it. Like, they're like, this is perfectly shaped for my body, like, to fit into this hole. So they, it's the shape of a person, so it's like head.
Yeah.
Basically, when a person encounters this hole, they see it and automatically identify that hole with themselves.
Yeah, they like know it's there.
The way they word it is, it was made for me.
Right, it was what made for me.
And that's the madness that draws them into putting their body into this hole. And they just slide into this fucking hole. Just into this abyss.
It's messed up, it really is.
It is so...
All of his
It's funny, too, because...
All this part's, like, unsettling, but fine. It starts to be this thing where it's like, if you go into the hole, it's, like, grooved in a way where, like, any movement you make pushes you further in, but you, like, can't go back.
I cannot remember the name of the collection that it's a part of, because there's set book collections, like Uzumaki, there's... his Shutter work. I cannot, for the life of me, remember what book it's in.
Yeah.
However, I will say, from reading it, it's kind of funny, because, like, a lot of them are subpar stories, but at the very end is that story, and you're basically buying the book
for that
story because of how good it is.
And it doesn't really translate to, like, words. You have to kind of, like, see it, because it's comics, so it's like, It ends with them, like, finding the other side of the mountain where these things come out. And
it's so fun.
The horrific thing is, like, the shape's different. Like, it's not human-shaped anymore. It's, like, these long, spindly things. And, like, it ends with them, like, looking in and seeing, like, somebody coming out the other side. And they're just, like, warped. And it's, like, disturbing and horrific. And it just immediately makes you go, like, I hate this, but I love it, but I hate it.
It's so good. It's so good.
And so... If you're interested at all, I spoiled it, sorry, but it's a really good comic, and the guy is just so good at just, like, really tapping in and being like, you won't be sleeping tonight. Here's what's up.
My favorite one is probably the one where it's like this family household. I was watching it with you, and I was trying to see if I could, like, find the manga, like, version of it, but it's where, like, you get to, like, a certain age, and you, like, connect with your family members. Like, literally, like, there's, like, all of their corpses are, like, in the household. Do you know what I'm talking about?
This is a Junji Ito story,
yes.
Right? Okay, well, in this story that you're talking about, this guy has, like, an ancestor who's currently hooked up to this collection of heads, basically. Yeah. It's, like, the top part of their head.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's just like, no... You have to, when I die, attach yourself to this. We can't lose the knowledge. You need an heir. It's so fucked. Because, like, the girl doesn't know this.
Yeah.
And they're, like, out on a date, aren't they, or something? Like,
no, they're, like, chilling at his house, and he's, like, trying to confess, and then, like, all of a sudden, he dies, and he attaches himself to this big, long line of heads. And he, like, basically crab walks after her, screaming, I need an heir! Marry me! Come back! And she breaks like a fucking glass pane. She breaks, and it's so fucking good.
So creepy.
Yeah.
So is there one that you
pick?
So, funny enough, mine would have been anything else that Michael Crichton's wrote.
Michael Crichton.
Crichton.
It's Crichton.
There's CHT.
You're right. You're wrong.
You're right.
Fault, he's
but
stupid.
it's Crichton.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
Either he's wrong or I'm
Spoilers.
wrong.
It's like Micro or Prey or...
Yeah.
Those are the weird ones to have chosen.
Congo.
There's already
Dragon
been a
Teeth. Has there?
They made
Yes.
a Congo
Oh my God.
movie. It wasn't very notable, I
It wasn't very good.
Next. I don't know.
They made it right after Jurassic Park because they're like, oh, this guy has to be a great writer.
Yeah.
And that's
There
what
was
they
a
did.
Nicolas Cage movie called Next. I don't think it was related.
But yeah, it was going to be anything that he has wrote, but I think I'm going to change it to yours because I like the idea of live action, like Junji Ito.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sounds like it's like the Twilight Zone.
Well,
Kind
it's-
of. I mean, it would
it's
be like.
Twilight of. I keep wanting to say body horror because it's literally.
I mean, a lot of it is.
it's like you take the human anatomy and you just alter it slightly, and it's like, what am I looking at right now? It's like unnerving.
And
So-
he's like a lot of his stuff is based around like the visuals, so it's like
Yeah.
hard to talk about in a. I mean, it
and
can
it's like,
sound
to
creepy.
see that
But
live action, I'd really want to.
yeah, I would really be interested to see like how. I want to make somebody vomit on my show. That's what
Yeah.
I've already done that on that episode that Connor was talking
really?
about.
Oh yeah,
Him like being in a show and somebody vomited in his mouth during a kissing scene, and they. I can't even
What?
talk about
Oh,
it.
that's fucking gold.
Listen to the episode.
Yeah, it was
It's awful.
episode dead silent for.
It was in a
50
Lost
minutes,
episode, and we actually had to retell
Yeah,
the
we
story.
did.
So I've done it twice.
Oh, wow.
We were really disappointed because it was this really in-your-face story that
And
elicited
we
a
had heard it-
strong reaction.
Yeah, for the
And-
first time, and then he told it again, and I still was like, ugh.
Yeah, it's still pretty sick. So that was Connor's story, and it was also
Doopy's question.
well, that was a good answer. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
anything else you want to say.
Oh
about
no,
it.
that
Okay.
was it. I was actually agreeing with you on yours.
You know what this means?
What's up?
What is this question considered now?
What do you mean?
Closed. Question closed.
Oh, question close.
Yeah. All right. Well, that also means that
We're
everyone's asked
done.
questions.
We're done.
We're done. So thank you so much
Good
for
episode,
listening.
guys.
It was a really good one. Thank you for Godzilla, and also if you want to find us on Twitter, you can do that at Peeves and Qs. If you want to send us an email about any comments or if you have questions or peeves for the
Please
group,
tell us not about
please-
Godzilla.
No, actually, have
No.
That's exclusively going to be that.
Peeves and Qs podcast at gmail.com. If I tell you guys Peeves and Qs podcast at gmail.com, you know what to type in, right? Is that pretty obvious? Or
Yeah.
Spell it.
spell it for me right now.
See, I want to see if you know it.
You're on the spot now. I'm not helping you. Get your fucking hand off me.
CAMPFR.
Okay, well, yeah, so it's like Peeves, the way Peeves is spelled, and the way and is spelled, the letter Q, the letter S, the word podcast at gmail.com.
All right.
That's it.
All right, so, yeah, I'm on Twitter, Mr. Spelled Out Long Way, Red2342, that time, Mr. Red2342. Does anybody else have their own Twitter they want to plug?
God, nothing
Fuck
that
no.
fast. I just have an Instagram. You can follow me on my name.
What is
It
it?
is my name.
Is it
My name.
Kaiser, or is it...
M-Y.
No, it's my actual name.
Okay.
It is Tyler, spelled out the wrong way, Tylor. Kaiser, Kaiser. There you are.
CMPFR, that's what you said? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
I can't
for
find your
listening.
Twitter. I always spell it Kisser.
Chaotic kisser.
Also, leave us a review. And, you can title reviews. So, title them all, Godzilla Closed. All right, thank you for listening. Shut it down.
Oh, also,
No, we're done.